So the gnome replies, actually, I prefer to identify as gender druid.
Oh.
I don't get it.
Welcome one and all to C31 Plays Dungeons and Dragons. I'm your host, GM Jared. We're playing in Winland, influenced by The Tough Guide to Fantasyland by Diane Wynne Jones, and basically every other fantasy and sci-fi property that we've all experienced. On my left side, we have Ollie and Tori.
Hello!
Ollie playing the human knight and...
Druid. No, cleric.
Human cleric.
I don't even know.
Tim's the fighter. Human cleric, and Moggy the...
I'm a dwarf bard!
Yeah, totally a dwarf.
100% a dwarf. See my mustache?
On this side, we have Haley playing Tin, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's correct.
And Hudson playing Stag the Barbarian. Steak.
I thought I was the tired one.
How are we going
Like,
today?
I thought I was the one who was out of it today.
I'm still
you
getting...
okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just getting a handle on everybody's characters. It's going to take me a couple seconds. So, last week, you guys were contracted by the captain of the city guard in Hollyhale. Captain Adran required you to go on a hunt for a dead drop in the city's sewers.
You found it.
Yes, successfully found it, fought off some monsters. When you resurfaced, there were some guards acting very unguard-like and harassing some shopkeepers. Murdered one of those guys.
I wouldn't call it murder. It's,
Humanely dispatched.
I split his head open.
Yeah.
yeah.
See, Steak's a farmer, so he just plowed his fields on that guy's face.
No,
Plowing away.
I killed him.
And
I didn't plow him. That's something else.
and then when you got back to the guard, to Captain Adrian's office to deliver the dead drop, you discovered that it was not in fact Captain Adrian, but a doppelganger who had infiltrated the city guard. And you dispatched him and discovered where Captain Adrian had been tied up
I
behind a
believe
bookcase.
the hidey hole was so poorly hidden that on a 2, I found it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So...
I had to give it to you guys, otherwise it wouldn't have nothing would have made sense.
They're like, well, I don't know where he went, but...
Pity rolls!
In hindsight, I should have had the button controls on the chair, because the chair-mounted controls are much cooler than desk-mounted controls.
That's
Very
true.
Bond.
Anyway.
Very Bond villain.
So, did somebody say that at the end of last session that they were going to cut Captain Adrian down?
Yes.
And tie him?
I cut him down.
Yeah. So he crashes to the floor and sort of drags himself over to his desk, and he pulls down the bottom drawer and he reaches in elbow deep, shoulder deep, and then pulls out a bottle of red liquid and sculls half of it and then just pours the rest over his head. And you see all of his cuts and bruises
Health potion.
just sort of knit back together, and he stands up refreshed.
That's probably the weirdest Gatorade ad I've ever heard of.
Health potions have never made sense to me. Why do they need to be inside of you if they're magic?
Good point. What happened
Yeah.
here?
So he says, she stands up and says, "Thank you for freeing me and dispatching of that imposter."
Question. Were you the one we spoke to this morning?
Yes. No,
Okay, good.
No, this guy had no idea about the dead drop. Speaking of which, what happened to it? You gave it to him.
I dig out in my bag and I pull out the papers and I say,
thank
I
you.
noticed he wasn't the real guy, and I gave him some random blank paper.
You guys are really good at it. Thank
Yeah,
you.
we are.
And he takes it.
Yes, we're really good at it. It's not entirely dumb luck.
This is going to
Mostly
be.
dumb luck.
This is the evidence that we need to prove exactly what's going on. Though I do have a question. what's with the guards' bodies? Dave?
This is Dave.
Okay, I know the names of every guard in my retinue, and Dave is not one of them.
That's
Who's
weird.
Dave?
So we have reason to believe that these people were hired by the doppelganger in order to cause a ruckus so that he could get away with some kind of nefarious plot. Because we interrogated the living guard,
Yeah.
Dave, and he said that he was a bandit.
No, that makes sense. Doppelgangers would have spread even more confusion by hiring just local ruffians.
Yeah.
That's excellent. Okay. I'm going to need you four to come with me quickly, and then we'll be back here for more explanations and dialogue.
So
Where
we'll
are
just
you
leave
taking
the bodies
us?
here?
Yeah, they
Dave's
can stay.
not dead.
But he's pretty bound up, isn't
You're
he?
not dead, Dave, are you?
Not yet. I mean, I was thrown.
Can I roll an intimidate
Sorry.
to make him pretend he's dead?
He will pretend to be dead.
Can we just give him to the guards and the guards can put him in a cell? Instead of just leaving him here.
I don't know. We could like hang him from the mantelpiece, just like a weird Christmas stocking.
The guards are literally outside the door.
Yeah, but
So,
are they doppelgangers?
So Captain Adran is going to once again open the bottom drawer of his desk and put his whole arm in and extract a meat hook
Oh,
and
gross.
stab it through the doppelganger's neck
Ugh, gross.
and say,
Oh,
"Come with me, bring Dave."
okay.
And he drags the corpse of the doppelganger behind him as he walks outside, through the parade ground, into the castle, through the castle, getting
I'm
many astounded looks.
eyeballing everything in this castle because I feel like I might need to know what's going on in here for later.
I'm just dragging Dave by the chains.
Yeah.
Just like taking him down.
Specifically a meat hook?
Yes.
Okay, so this is officially the weirdest barbecue I've ever been to.
I don't think
you even
doppelganger
eat?
would taste good.
No, I don't
The
know.
taste of everyone he's ever been.
My race description says I can eat.
Yeah.
It's just I don't have to.
Mhm.
But the
okay.
way we've drawn the character, I don't think he has a movable mouth or like movable eyes. I always just imagine his face is entirely painted on. It's just one big sphere.
That's how I
That
pictured it as well.
puts the
Scares
food
me so much.
directly into his
Okay, this is my imagination. I'll make it happy.
This is why I wanted to draw him as a nutcracker, because then he'd have a functional mouth that opens and closes.
Nutcrackers are creepy. No.
Toy soldiers are creepy.
Less creepy.
Okay.
How's your day been, Dave?
I've had better.
Let's hope it doesn't get any worse.
Can we bring
for you,
Dave with us?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, we are.
I'm dragging Dave.
No, like
Have a leg.
forever.
Oh,
Forever.
don't think so.
He can
Oh,
he
we
can
can-
carry our stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Pack me all
Give him a job.
This is a very un-tin things to say, but we could take off his arms and legs and make him travel size.
no. No,
That's
that's a
thinking.
bit too dark for where I wanted this campaign to go.
Sorry, so we're in the castle.
Yeah, so Captain Adran leads you up some stairs, very far to the back from where you entered, through some big double doors, and
This seems real fancy.
inside is a four-poster bed, and lying in the four-poster bed is an older gentleman with white hair in curlers. He's reading and as the doors burst open, he sort of shrieks and grabs the book and sort of shoves it under the covers so that you can't see what he was reading.
Can
Can I
roll
make a perception?
I'm gonna give you bardic inspiration.
I can't not. That's too tempting. Oh god, I need that bardic inspiration. Plus perception. 10.
Yeah, so that wasn't a successful
Dang.
sleight of hand roll for
Sleight of
the
hand.
king.
The king. Oh my god. Alright.
So, I haven't been able to think of a pun for 50 Shades of Grey in this fantasy land, so it's
So it's not.
the
50 Shades
the
of
Winland
Grey.
equivalent.
Make up your own joke.
It's
50
just a book that just
poltergeists
says. It's just a book that says kinky rope time. That's it.
The lusty Argonian maid.
No.
Alright.
Well,
I like to know that the
Argonians.
king is a
Oh
real
yeah, so the
man.
lusty lizard folk maid.
Yeah, or perhaps a oh god, what are they called? Little lizardy guys. Starts with a K.
Kobolds?
Lizard folk?
Kobolds.
Yeah, the lusty kobold maid. No.
No. Okay, let's carry
Yeah.
on.
So he sort of blusters and says, "What is going on? What is the meaning of this, Captain Adran?" And Captain Adran drags the doppelganger forwards and sloughs it at the foot of the king's bed and says, "I told you so."
Ooh.
I'm not going to say anything. I don't want to get...
Moggy actually
I don't want
says,
to get
ooh.
beheaded.
Yeah.
We're clearly in the middle of a lover's quarrel.
Yeah.
Like, clearly this is... Yeah. Whew.
I have undisputable proof now that they have infiltrated my guard and hired local ruffians to further disrupt the guards. And the king sort of sighs and says, Fine, I guess you must then. Operation Sovereign Sagittarius is a go. And that Captain Adran finally.
What's happening, Captain? What's happening, Captain? I'm so confused.
I'll brief you in my office in a few minutes. I need to convey the specific information to the king.
Why bring us along then?
Because these four, you four, are going to be the ones undertaking Operation Sovereign Sagittarius.
I see.
I get it now.
Oh dear.
Oh god.
This is
Okay.
exposition.
Yes.
Yeah. This is box text.
A little bit, yeah. I'm not very good at writing box text.
This is just
I'll
press B to skip.
Yeah, I'll return to my office in a moment to pay you all. Moggy,
Yes.
I'm sure you heard the insufferable harmonica music coming from the cells.
I sure did.
The person you seek is there.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I didn't realize my sage could kill people with a look.
He can't. That was a lie. I just didn't want anybody to see him in his drunken state.
Okay.
I guess in 10 minutes he's probably not drunk anymore. Do you want to go see him?
Yeah, let's go see him.
Sages sober up incredibly fast. It's one of the benefits of being a sage.
Yeah.
That and
I could
incredible-
play some music for him and help him.
So, Captain Adran will let you, will dismiss you to go back to the...
Can we take Dave with us?
Um,
Captain Adran?
The guards out the front will take him to his cell.
What's going to happen to Dave?
Well, he's going to be locked up for impersonating a guard.
That's all?
That's probably fine.
Probably. Like,
Okay.
unless he killed somebody
No,
while he
he
was
didn't.
impersonating.
Nobody's killed anybody. Let's go, guys.
I killed somebody.
Steak!
That's
Yeah,
fine. You were operating.
We were
A
operating.
steak. He said
Yeah.
he killed a steak. Let's go.
you are operatives for the crown. You have license to kill those who are doing wrong.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, God.
You don't have
License to kill.
you don't have free license to kill, but you got to report everything that happens.
Well, we
Which
did.
is-
We didn't cover it up, so.
Exactly.
Alright.
We should break Dave out of prison.
Good day, my king. No,
Okay,
book on out of there.
I would do a good bow as well.
Mhm.
Now that I've realized that I should probably bow in front of a royalty because I am a country dwarf and I don't know much about royals.
The country dwarf as opposed to a hill dwarf. That explains your horns and tail.
No, we have hills, but it's out in the country. It's not like near the kingdom.
Yeah. It's lack of manners, as expected of a country-grown dwarf.
I'm out of that room.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Muggy, you wanted to go see the sage?
Yes.
Probably. Does anybody want to join her?
Yes, please. Can I join you?
Sure.
Okay.
You seem reasonably magical. Maybe you'll have input as well.
Okay. I'll come help you out.
So I will go down to see the sage. I assume I remember the way, because we know where the guard barracks is.
It's a pretty straightforward trip.
Yep. And I will head in and peer in through the bars.
As you walk down the corridor of cells, the harmonica music sort of stops.
Yep.
And a voice down the corridor says, "Watch your step." And he continues playing.
I look up on the ground. What's...
It's just flat cobblestone. It's just normal.
I suddenly really don't trust the ground, and I am... Gee, what do I have?
I'm just gonna keep walking. I think he's fucking with us. Come on, Muggy, it will be fine. Just keep toddling forward.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll follow you.
So, did you guys want to join them as well?
No, I'm going to the pub to splash some beer on my face.
Okay.
I'm just going to sit at the
Watch
bar.
the hate
Just going to sit
start
at the
to
bar,
drip.
just like, give me another. You know, just...
So you don't want to be briefed on Operation Sovereign Sagittarius?
Well, we can't be briefed on it until everybody's there, right?
Yeah, at the Captain Adran's office.
Yeah.
Okay.
1 minute, I'm sure.
Yeah. Okay. Steak, did you want to join?
It's my first time. Steak's first time at the capital.
Yeah.
So he's very interested with all the modern farming technology around the castle. So
it's pretty later in the evening, so you might not get to have a decent conversation with a farmer.
Okay.
Because they're probably gone to bed, and they're not in the inner ring of the city. They live outside the walls.
Okay. Well, I'm happy to tag along. Have a look at this music man.
Okay. So when you get up to the bars that sell, there's another large furbog, but much younger looking than Captain Adran.
Oh, younger.
He has brown hair and a brown beard, and he asks, "Did either of you trip?"
No.
Damn it, that usually works.
What were you trying to do?
He was trying to distract us.
Okay.
No, he's trying to be a mystic sage, and it didn't work.
Strange man.
I'm suddenly a little bit less certain that this is the right person.
Okay.
I heard that you were a sage who had expert knowledge on curses.
Yes. My name is Jared Bearman.
Well, that checks out.
And I am indeed a sage.
So, my family's been cursed.
I can see that.
You may have heard of us, the Bloodstone clan.
Oh, yes. Very noble, very brave people.
I need to break that curse.
Oh, yes, I should think so.
Do you know how?
Yes, well, no. Not yet.
Okay, that's kind of the situation I'm in as well.
Can I insight check this guy, see how drunk he is?
Sure.
Oh, shit, that's good. +6, 24.
He's still a little bit buzzed, but he's not lying.
Okay, he's not lying. Okay. He's just being...
Before you can embark on that particular quest, you will need to be able to scry.
Oh, God. That's
okay.
So, that's...
I can learn that one day if you need.
And when you can, I shall return and guide you through the process of finding that which you need to defeat this curse.
This seems like a very long road, Muggy.
Yeah, well, I have to, because my mom and dad are depending on me.
What kind of curse is this?
And I kind of wiggle my tail.
Yeah, well, I've noticed that.
A generation-spanning curse, says Jared Bearman.
Well, you just no longer look like dwarves?
So,
what's the thing here?
we were in a war. My great-grandma and great-grandpa, they were in a war. And it was against the big bad guy that nobody likes to talk about. You know, the one with the birds and stuff.
The Dark Lord.
You know,
Yeah, that guy.
The Dark Lord.
There's always a Dark Lord.
There's always a Dark Lord. And they stood up to him with the army that had stood against him. This was over 1,000 years ago, so, I mean, you younger races mostly don't remember this anymore.
None are left alive who even remember the stories of the war with the Dark Lord.
So when she says Dark Lord, I'm like, who the fuck?
Clearly she does, so you can't say none alive.
Well, dwarfs are longer lived than humans.
Yeah, it's been like 2 or 3 generations.
And even the gnomes don't remember their part in it, and they were the biggest faction. So... Yeah.
Spoilers.
And anyway, my family was cursed for their participation in the attack upon the Dark Lord. And so I look funny.
Okay. Well, I don't think we're going to be able to solve this anytime soon.
No, not with what this guy said. So
yeah, you're so helpful. Thank you. God. So we need
I adjust my glasses and look dejected because I know I'm not magically powerful enough to do scrying yet.
Why is little person so worried about aesthetics?
It's not just aesthetics. We don't have normal dwarven traits either.
In a bad way? Or a good way? Or is in like, it's just different so I'm not happy?
Well, we don't get beards anymore. Like, that's the worst part of the curse. Because, you know, a dwarf's honor is part of his beard. That's why I'm wearing this crap. It's all artificial and pretend.
No. Is that just the only thing?
Well...
It's a big thing, but...
It's also issues with drinking alcohol. We're not as good at it anymore.
No.
Basically, we've lost everything that makes us dwarves. Except seeing in the dark.
That's handy, I can't do that. Can I have your curse?
I mean, yeah, but I don't want to be a human.
Do you think we have to swap places? You got just straight with the curse, be a dwarf, I'll be a cursed human, I don't know. Oh, Muggy.
And Flo, do you have any questions for the sage? Says Jared Bearman.
How long you been a sage for?
Oh, as long as I can remember.
How long is that?
About 10 years now.
So he's not even a fully qualified sage.
Not even as long as I've been alive.
Hey! I am so an intern.
Who's your, like, who's taught you your stuff?
I'm self-taught.
You're interning to yourself?
Respect that.
Do you know much about, like, the werewolves and vampires hanging out around here?
Yeah, I know a little bit.
A little bit?
Yeah. So I know that the vampires and the werewolves usually just keep to themselves. There's not much fighting between the cities.
That's good to know.
1 sec, let me bring up the map so I can actually tell you the names of the city. Yeah, Sunnydale, not that far from Hollyhale, is where the vampires can be found. And much further down the coast is Hawkins, where the werewolves can be found.
Hawkins, right. Do you know if the werewolves hang out around here or anywhere near here? Just because we might be travelling a bit.
The guard captain wouldn't tolerate those savages around here.
Yeah. Cool. Thanks for letting me know. You weird young child. I'm gonna wait for the captain up the top. Is that okay with you guys?
Yeah,
you guys
let's head back to Captain Adran's office.
Right. Have fun sobering up.
Okay.
Didn't even catch your name.
Jarrod Bearman.
Oh, Jarrod Bearman. Sorry.
That's J''UHRED.
I'm going to spell how it sounds.
Jarhead.
As long as I don't have to write a letter to him, it's fine.
Tin, how is your beer?
It is all over me.
Excellent.
Like, I show up to the captain's place, like, smelling strongly of hops and alcohol. And, like, there's bits of foamy head just kind of dripping down.
Oh, perfect. So, the book, Tough Guide to Fantasyland,
yep.
The entry on beer specifies that beer must foam. The management doesn't care what it tastes like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
So it's just foam down, like, dribbling down me. I'm just kind of like, yeah, I just went for a drink.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Why?
You literally had like 10 minutes. Why would you... Are you okay?
He smells nice.
I've seen some shit.
Do you rush?
That's true. You did see a man split in two. So do you have any left over? Now you've reminded me of that.
No.
No.
It's all mine.
You could probably lick it off him.
Can we not have people licking my character?
I'd rather not.
Like,
So
let's
Captain
not
Adran
lick each other,
like
please.
my
bursts
beer
back
with
into his office and walks around you and back around to his desk and sits down.
Captain.
All right, so I believe I'm on top of everything that happened in your mission. You successfully retrieved the dead drop, delivered it to its to the person who needs it, me, and also took down some ruffians impersonating guards. So payment, yes.
Can I add something, Captain
Yes.
Adran? Your guards who control the gates through the sewers,
Yeah.
they need a new password.
Yes, they do.
That was very easy.
We just guessed it.
Nobody really cares because...
How
That's like,
convenient.
that's like the thieves' trade, though.
Yeah, but the...
You should stop.
Yeah, but there's a healthy amount of thievery that we allow.
Oh,
Otherwise,
fair. Yeah,
if we
you gotta
didn't,
keep the-
society would collapse.
oh dear.
I'm liking the sound of that,
But
Captain.
new passwords is probably a good idea.
Yeah, and like maybe give the person like a 5-second time limit so they can't sit there for 10 minutes talking about what it might be. In full earshot. You know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just some tips, you know, just chuck it in your belt for later.
Thank you. So Captain Adran produces from the bottom drawer of his desk 4 bags of money. It's 100 gold each. That was the payment that was promised for this mission. Now, because of the doppelganger threat to this country, it has been decided that the prince is no longer safe where he is and needs to be transported to somewhere he can finish his education and become stately. It's going to be your job to transport him from Hollyhale to Swine Whiskers, which you would know is the wizard castle where the wizard college is. Yep.
Freaking hell, I love that.
I feel like
So is he learning
Any
magic?
problems with my naming?
no.
Okay.
I feel like that would be a good place for Moggy to go because she can then ask about curses there.
Yep.
And maybe get corroboration for the stuff that Baby Sage said.
Or find somebody who actually knows a scrying spell.
Yeah, you could probably even
Probably
maybe
find someone very quickly.
Learn the
contract someone to write you a scroll.
Yeah.
Scrying.
Righto.
So tomorrow,
What's this prince's name?
his name is Siegfried. Z-Y.
Just ZY?
Z-Y-G-F-R-I-E-D. Siegfried. It's like Siegfried, but fantasy.
Yeah.
Siegfried was already fantasy.
How old is Siegfried?
Oh,
Gonna
he's
be
about...
annoying.
He's going to be so annoying.
Captain, why are you giving us this job?
Because I cannot even anymore with that kid.
Oh my god. How old is he?
He's
Put
about
the
18.
prince in a bag.
Not
just
18?
He's
nail
about
him
18.
there.
About 18.
Yeah.
Oh god.
So, tomorrow morning, you will arrive at the eastern gate to the city, where a I've forgotten the name of it already. A carriage house will be waiting with him inside it to transport. The journey should take you maybe a week and a half, depending on how long you stay in any one place, though I advise you not to stay in any one place for any length of time, because you might be discovered. Please do not openly talk about transporting the prince to people. We don't want everybody to know.
Yeah.
Yes, Steak.
Steak has farm to tend to.
No, you were just you were just working for somebody else.
It's not your farm, Steak.
Is it?
Yeah, but I have
You
farm
own
work.
a farm?
I've only half ploughed the field.
It's
Can you
okay.
plow
They will
field
hire
by
other work,
tomorrow morning?
other workers.
I think you're going to be okay, Steak.
This guy pays pretty good.
Yeah. And I mean, it's for I don't want to
Okay.
say a higher purpose, because, like, farm work's important.
I have no interest in Prince.
How much money
Yeah,
do
his
you
music's
get
a bit shit, hey?
farming?
I'm out. Sorry. Carry on, Muggy.
How much money do you get farming though per day?
It's not about the money. It's about the use of my strength, my endurance, and I feel like I'm doing a very good job.
So here's the thing, right?
Mm.
You could help this prince get to the swine whisker's place, get paid, then you could use that money to do something really good.
Like farm a field.
Like buy your own farm.
That sounds better, I think.
And settle
Maybe
down.
for a little bit. Just 1 week, though.
Well, then we had to take a week back to get back here. So 2 weeks.
Well, so you'll be paid on delivery of the prince to Swine Whiskers. Payment will be 200 gold for this.
Ooh,
You won't be paid in cash though. It'll be a royal certificate that you can be redeemed at any other larger city.
So like
have
a
banks.
coupon.
We're getting
A
we're
royal
getting
coupon.
paid
in an
with
IOU.
Disney bucks.
No, so this is how early banking systems worked. Before they had bank notes, they had credit certificates from the monarchy.
Yeah, no,
And
that makes
then
sense.
people said, okay, if you pay me, I will protect your gold, and then instead of giving you these big, cumbersome, frustrating coins, I'll just give you a credit certificate that's guaranteed for its value because you can trust me. I'm a bank.
This is
I do
medieval
not
times,
trust
so
bank.
yes, I do trust bank. No, that makes sense. I don't want to be
And,
lugging around 200 gold pieces.
Swine Whiskers has no need for its own currency because everything that they need is provided for them by the locals around. Nobody actually pays for anything there. It's kind
Because
of
they're
like
wizards.
Exactly.
They're wizards. They have no sense of right and wrong, man. Wizards.
I like the sound
Wizards.
of this town. We'll stay there forever.
Oh man, you're not going to enjoy your first day there.
Yes, I will. Everything's free. Doesn't matter.
It's probably only free if you're a wizard.
I can pretend to be a wizard. I can cast Thorn Whip and be like, wizard.
I can't
They know
actually
the
do
difference
it, but,
between the knowledge of
thing
the
that-
arcane
that's
and just
magic.
gifted power of the arcane by some random deity.
First, random deity. Is this coming from Captain? Captain? You're looking for a bruising.
No, that's just my wizard snobbiness coming through.
Well, I think this is a good deal.
Yeah.
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 He might be a bit of an asshole for a prince, but
We just put him in the back.
Such a joke. Just
I reckon.
Like
oh
sack-
yes.
Do we need to put him in a fancy carriage? What if we all
No,
go
the-
on horseback? Then
so
it's kind of like less
the,
suspicious.
Let's put him in a sack. on the back.
Trust
Of
me.
course.
the wagon house is key to this whole ruse. Don't open it until you're at least a day's travel away from Hollyhale.
He's a runner, is he?
A little bit, yes.
Okay, so we don't open it at all.
He doesn't want to go.
Into the trunk.
Of course not. Why would you want to go to school?
Okay, so here's the plan. We get the prince.
What an ass!
we
You
get
need to get an education!
we get the prince. We put the prince into a sack. We put the sack into a chest. We put the chest into a bigger chest. Wrap the chest up in chains. And then we throw it in a lake.
Yeah, roll it in a rug and throw it in
the lake.
So
Forget about the entire
And then
thing.
run away from the monarchy and the guard for
No,
the rest of our lives.
that's me as a player saying that, not Tin. Tin is happy to carry out this duty. Me as a player is saying it'd be easier just to throw him in the lake.
Yeah, but then how would you get your 200 gold?
I don't think it's
well,
going to be that much easier.
It would involve a doppelganger.
I have a very high charisma. I could probably disguise myself as the prince.
Oh, yes.
Can
yes,
we
you
stop
could.
talking about ways
You
to
could disguise
bullshit through
yourself
this?
through true seeing that an archmage has.
Why would an archmage cast true sight on me? I'm just so likable.
You're a strange one, Muggy. You're very, very strange. I think this is a good idea.
Do you have any questions for Captain Adran before you retire for the evening?
We have wasted enough time.
Well, once we get a day out of town,
But it's
can we
been
ditch
fun, hasn't it?
the carriage and put him on a horse so we look less conspicuous?
Oh, no, because people will recognize the prince.
Really?
Yes.
Does he have like
I
a
don't even know
birth
what he looks
defect or
like.
something?
No, he's just, gives public decrees and,
Oh,
Stands
I
for
okay.
rules
honestly
and
don't
stuff.
care
He's
about
probably
politics,
got
so
his-
that's probably why I don't know who he
Yeah.
Based
is.
on banknotes or something.
Yeah, posters.
Milk
Oh,
cartons.
okay.
He's got his face on a milk carton.
He will after
Missing.
This might be one of those countries where they have pictures of the rulers in their houses, because if they
Why would you have a picture of a ruler in your house? Like, they used to measure shit.
Yeah, exactly. Otherwise, how would you
Wrong
know
kind
how
of ruler, my
far
friend.
distance... So Captain Adran will put you up in a guard's barrack for the evening, just so it's easier for you. You can all stay together if you want
Cool.
Cool.
to rest up for the evening. Take your long rest to recover all your hit points and used spells, and also level up. Because after last session, I wanted you guys to level up
Yeah.
to level 2.
Oh,
now.
we're just that good. Don't ruin that illusion.
Well, we
Alrighty.
did do good. We saved the papers. I would like to go buy some more paper.
Do we
Okay.
want to go find Deedle and Deeds? So we
Yes.
can
Oh.
reimburse them for their stuff.
Yes.
Oh, if you
But
tell
it's late
Captain
evening.
Adran about that, he can arrange that to happen.
Oh.
Just, he would have asked who they were harassing and if they can make amends to the people.
Just tell them that we're sorry if we permanently scarred them.
Yeah.
Or anything. If they saw something they didn't want to see.
I'm sure that they ran away before
The face
bloodshed
splitting
happened.
Yep, just right before Steak here went all medieval.
Well, I will pull out all of the
Hey, that's right now.
trinkets that I picked up that look like they could be repaired,
Mhm.
and I will give them to Captain Adran to return to the gnomes.
Yes, of course, he says. Puts them to one side of his desk.
Are you actually going to give them to them, or
Yeah, no, yes.
should I take them to them?
Check.
I'll arrange for it to happen tomorrow.
Dear Moggy,
I've got a few more things to do tonight, like
Kidnap the prince and
kidnap
put him in
a
the carriage.
prince.
Okay.
That's
Would
fair.
it be easier if I just took them?
No, it'll happen tomorrow.
Okay. Okay.
He's got a few things on his mind tonight.
Gosh.
Oh, and I fish out, was it 17 gold and 19 gold?
Yeah, it was about that.
I picked up
All
this
the
off the
gold.
bandits and was going to give it to the
Oh,
gnomes.
he puts that with the figures, in one place.
Nice.
cool.
That will definitely happen.
Good deed for the day. I mean, we've done a lot of good deeds today, but that's number one.
So next morning, you wake up and go to the east gate as instructed. As you approach, there is a large carriage house with drawn by 4 draft horses, which will be yours once that whole lot will be yours once you deliver the prince to...
Do we have a driver?
No.
I can drive it.
Yeah. There's enough space for 2 people to sit comfortably at the front to drive the horses, and it's locked right now, so you can't really get inside, but because it's not like a covered wagon, it's a carriage house.
How sturdy is the
solid
top?
Roof. Yeah, it's 3 people can sit comfortably, or 1 tin.
Oh no, I'm driving.
Yeah,
I'm driving. So we'll put.
Might fall through.
I'll sit
Yeah,
next to
we'll
you.
put steak on the top.
I should
Teach me how to
probably
drive.
sit on the top because I'm also very small.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we've got a big heavy guy and a little heavy person.
And then we'll have
And a little heavy first.
the
And
good
with a
soldier
little-
and grandma on the driving seat, and
Nice.
I'll just
Well coordinated.
kind of drive the vehicle.
Can you try and teach me
Yeah.
how to drive
I
in
can-
case
yeah, I
he gets
can.
incapacitated and you have to drive?
Yeah, it'll be.
It's not that hard.
I'm going to say it now. It's going to be an animal handling check. It's going to be really easy
I
because
got
the draft
I got
horses.
proficiency with land vehicles.
Oh wow!
So
Also, I can just charm animals as a thing.
Yeah.
So if I wanted, I just be like,
It will be pretty easy.
I want to go this way. Easy. I can make an animal handling check for
Yeah.
this one.
Horse whisperer.
Yeah.
Make advantage.
Do I need a roll?
Yeah.
If you guys are setting off now, yep.
Yeah, pretty much. All right,
Mhm.
I'll roll. So it's an animal handling.
Yep. Or you have proficiency with driving vehicles, so you
Yep.
can use that stat
Yep,
instead
cool.
of your wisdom if you prefer.
That is a 6.
I should give
So-
you some bardic inspirations.
Just so I can, oh.
Yeah.
Should I roll again?
Maybe
no,
then.
roll the d6 and add that to the total.
8.
It's better than previously. It's like you succeed. You can't fail in getting the horses to go forwards. It's just a matter of like
Steering
how much
them.
time it takes and
Yeah.
how frustrated you get, maybe how silly you look.
I always look silly. I've got a permanent grin
Yeah.
painted on my face. It
So
doesn't
it's-
change.
Oh, I'm
There's
so frustrated.
Yeah.
there's just this permanent smiley face and a disembodied voice coming from somewhere that sounds vaguely irritated.
Mm-hmm.
But Tin constantly looks like he's the happiest guy in the world. 'Cause
Excellent.
he cannot make facial
Internal
expressions.
monologue is just screams.
Yeah. I think about screaming and like war
Yeah.
Oh,
memories.
Mm-hmm.
PTSD
So-
all up in this.
So the first day is pretty easy. It's like gravel roads, pretty smooth and flat. It's really nice countryside, lots of really pretty farms. You get some good ideas for what crops are best grown here. Lots of wheat, barley, and hops for obvious reasons.
Beer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
beer's good.
Dwarves like that.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, not this dwarf.
Okay.
This dwarf pretends to like that.
Mhm.
Oh, Muggy. It's okay.
Yours is an incredibly sad and tragic backstory.
Mysterious dark past.
My inner dwarf.
All of us have like families and stuff, right?
Oh yeah, Tin definitely has a family.
Tin definitely has a family and a loved one.
Tell me
that
about
he's
your
very
life, Tin. 'Cause
totally
we're
close to her.
sitting here for a long time.
Yeah, definitely. Like if you want
All
to
right.
role play
Have you
while
ever-
we
yeah,
while you
sure.
drive along the road.
I will
So have you ever
concentrate
fought in
on
a
my
war?
No.
I have.
Oh. Do you remember much of it?
I remember my friend's face getting split open by what I only assume is a small bullet. So
Bullet? What's a bullet?
I don't know either, but it's a word I know. I think they're like tiny crossbow bolts fired from gums.
Gums. Like
Gums.
teeth gums.
I fish around in my bag and get out some sealing gum for sealing envelopes and pass it to you.
No. Like,
Memories.
I don't know why it's a long stick that goes bang.
Wands.
Where are you from, Tim?
The mountains somewhere. I don't know. I woke up and I was in the mountains. And I was like this. It's an interesting story that I actually have no clue about.
Does Flo know anything about guns or gums?
Oh, no. They're a complete mystery.
This is like a complete...
You think maybe he's talking about wands or staves?
Or like a crossbow, but just hasn't seen a crossbow before?
Yeah.
Have a crossbow. He's definitely seen a crossbow before.
I own a crossbow.
Was it one of these?
That's awfully similar, actually. It's got the same kind of trigger mechanism, but the bullets are much smaller. Mm-hmm. I don't know what a bullet is, though. That's the weird thing about it. It's just words come to me. Just like the flashbacks. Anyway, this is a depressing subject.
How about you teach me how to drive this horse?
Yes,
Yeah.
Horses.
Does anybody want to ask?
Driving the horses.
Anybody want to ask Flo about her backstory?
I'm just a little lady.
Yep.
Been in the church for 30-something years.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why hair is growing out of your ears, right?
What? There's hair in my ears? Why didn't you tell me?
I fish out a tiny pair of scissors and pass them to you.
Thank you.
Yep,
There's
and at your
nothing there.
nose, top of your
I
ears.
have a question.
Yes.
Why do you grow flowers? They do nothing. There is no point for the flowers.
Well, it's
not
more
productive like other farming. You know?
It's for the bees who come and pollinate everything. And then they actually, because they get food from the pollen, that then help them pollinate other foods like crops.
And make more
and
flowers.
Things. No, they can pollinate crops as well. So it's just like a little spicy treat for the bees to make them happy when they come to boring old wheat fields.
And you know that certain flowers can ward off unwanted pests and other wild animals.
Also herbal remedies and things like that to keep everybody happy and healthy.
And dyes for dyeing clothes.
Dyes are really important.
Yes, sorry. I thought you meant like, and poisons. I thought you were talking about.
Poisons also, but specifically clothes dyes.
Flowers are more useful than what people give them credit for.
Still not convinced.
Still not convinced?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, at least he's not opposed to the idea of forests and animals.
Yeah, I mean, he just likes plowing them down and other things there.
Just want
to
quote.
Can we not use the term plowing in relation to
demolishing
steak and animals? Like
deforesting.
I just like this quote from your backstory. Animals and plants of the forest are gifts to this world to be treasured. Those who exploit this fact are to be opposed.
Mm-hmm.
Just well said.
Yeah. I'll remember that I wrote that.
That's the thing. It's like it's hard to remember what you've written in your backstory.
That's Alona's dogma. That's your
Alona's quote.
Yeah.
I try and uphold that. I did look.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's a good quote. So night falls. Thud.
What happened?
I stop the carriage. I get off the carriage. I go help the knight stand back up. Like I help buff his armor. I like the guy's obviously like he's come along. He's a little drunk. He's in full plate.
No, nothing like
passed out from heat exhaustion instead of drunkenness.
That's true. It is like full plate armor.
Skin.
No, nothing like that. It just starts getting dark.
Should start setting up a camp and maybe let the prince out to stretch his legs.
Mm-hmm.
How far into our travels are
we?
we?
It is for like 12 hours.
No. There's food and water inside the carriage house. That's its purpose. It's a caravan.
Oh,
like it's
sweet.
Is
this like the Yellow Canary caravan from like Wind in the Willows?
It could be. It's got like everything you need in it, and it's just magic and like.
Fair enough. We now have to be very wary of talking toads.
I think I would have been a little worried about a talking toad to start with.
Yeah, generally the slippery creatures.
Okay.
Not toads. Okay.
And then was.
I don't know where that came from.
But you never read Wind in the Willows?
No.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
What's that camp?
we all have different fantasy entertainment that we've all consumed. It's all different. Not everybody has to have read everything.
That's true.
Yeah. So yeah, set up camp. There's a fire going. Somebody's cooking some stew or something. You set up your bedrolls, some tents, and it's definitely after dark. So you think it's safe to unlock the carriage house to let the prince out.
You in there?
Yes, we are, and we are very eager to get out.
There are multiple people in there?
The royal we? Or is there more people in there?
Yes.
That wasn't a yes or no question. Siegfried, are you alone?
No.
Oh, no.
Siegfried, who's in there with you?
Is it your girlfriend?
Not girlfriend, servant.
Servant, can you talk?
A little sheepish voice says, yes.
Can I make an insight check to see if that's the same like voice?
Go for it.
It's just Siegfried putting on two voices. Insight. Da, 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 da. That is a 12.
No, it's two people.
It's two people?
Yes!
Quite clearly 3 people.
Alright. And I open the door.
And so Siegfried steps out. He's young, pale skin, fancy robes, red hair, but they're like his robes are a little bit disheveled and like his hair smussed up. And as he steps out, he fixes his hair and straightens his robes. And then a young woman also steps out. Her outfit a little bit ruffled because it's not fun riding in a carriage house. It's just a big couch.
Yeah.
With some platforms with food and stuff on it.
Oh,
And she
shame.
straightens
Traveling
her
in
hair
luxury.
and fixes her clothes.
Yeah, I
She
mean,
says,
Did you have a good ride? I didn't know you were in there, ma'am. What is your name?
So many issues with phrasing right now.
right?
I feel like you've cast Tasha's hideous laughter on me. I'm struggling to resist.
So the woman says, "Oh, there's no reason to call me mom. My name is Maria.
Maria.
I'm just a servant. Nothing special."
Inside check that lady.
Yeah.
10.
Oh no, she's nothing special.
Yeah, she's
She's
a
just-
servant.
Yeah. Siegfried says, "You can't expect me to travel on my own without any help."
What?
Why do
You are 18, Siegfried. You would need to look after yourself some more, you know?
he's also a pampered royal, and that is Tin talking.
You know-
So.
When you get
Yes,
to,
exactly.
I didn't
get
mean
to
that as a
Swine
good thing,
Whiskers,
sir.
When you get to Swine Whiskers, you're not going to have Maria with you the whole time. Actually, Maria, are you going with
Oh
him?
no.
Yeah.
She's just coming with me on the journey, and then I will be given a manservant to help me, an orderly at Swine Whiskers to carry all my books.
Steak knows somebody needs to come along
You
to
are
plow the
going
fields.
to get bullied so hard, Siegfried. So hard.
Wow.
Or
Sure.
people are going to be really nice to you because you're royalty and nothing will ever go wrong for you. So, I don't know why
Both
I'm
of those
mad.
things happen quite frequently, actually.
Do you want some dinner, Siegfried?
Oh, I would love some.
Okay, I'm going to start cooking something.
Hmm.
I have rations. Can I heat up my rations?
Well, you said that there were supplies inside.
Yeah.
Like,
Mm.
what's inside that?
Oh, so there's some fruit, but that's mostly gone. There's some longer-lasting bread and cured meats for the long journey.
Mm-hmm.
So just have.
I'm going to make like
Yeah.
a stew or something. Can I make a stew?
Yeah.
Cool.
With some
Oh,
fresh
yeah.
game if you want.
Yeah.
All your rations probably, like, you probably have like spice sacks and just
Mhm.
to put in a meal, and then some pre-cooked dried meats to put in
Yeah.
with some water and some vegetables.
I've cooked up something tasty
Mhm.
and handed it out to everybody. So you can
Except
all
for
be
me.
well fed.
I don't eat. I
I'll
don't.
have the double serving then. It's been a long day.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, I could just do what I do with the beer, but then it's just you know,
Wasteful.
bits of meat stuck in the joints.
So,
Beer gets stuck in there and it's sticky.
Yeah, but I normally wash myself
What's
after a
your
good
deal,
drink.
Maria? Do we have to take you back?
oh, no. Once we get to Swine Whiskers, I'll find my way from there. It's fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I
No,
don't feel
this
like
was my
going.
plan. I wanted to get out of that city and working in that palace, and I'd like to work elsewhere in the world.
Good plan, Maria.
Could just
Good plan.
travel for a bit
Yeah.
as just a serving girl at taverns. They always need seasonal workers.
I ask
That's
if she can write.
Yes, I do know my letters.
And then
Calligraphy's not great, but I can write.
Now I will tell her, make sure you write to your parents. They will worry about you.
It's wholesome.
Thank you, but
She's
good
not
advice,
happy.
but I am an orphan.
Orphans unite.
Wholesome.
You'll be fine. I mean, I'm 55, so like.
You're no longer working full time.
So me being an orphan isn't like that exciting. But you'll be right, Maria. You just work it out. I'm gonna go climb up a tree now and keep watch.
I thought you were about to say climb up a tree and jump off. I was like,
Keep watch.
wow.
So, over dinner conversation, you get the idea that maybe Siegfried knows you guys, probably from reputation. Definitely shying away from Moggy because they look strange.
Oh no. Monkey.
I'm like sitting at the fire, sharpening my sword.
Oh, definitely on the far side of the fire from tin. Siegfried
Yes.
doesn't like tin at all.
Just
Oh.
kind of, ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know why.
Like he took the argument from you before he realized who you actually were, but since
Yeah.
he's seen your face, he's sort of like not going anywhere near you.
Good one, Tin. What you do this time?
I just
If he
turned
was
to
that
the...
out loud,
I just,
Yeah.
I just
he
turned to the...
assaulted a nobleman
Haven't-
out of nowhere. Just backhanded that fool.
I also backhanded a priest too, boy.
High five.
He's
Sometimes.
doing that on the wall.
Don't worry, you won't get the same treatment if you keep yourself in line.
Okay.
Let's not beat up the kid, okay? He's probably already terrified.
I wasn't planning on it.
Wrong side, but
Oh, right. I wasn't planning on it. The nobleman and the bishop kind of had it coming. Wink, wink.
Okay. Alrighty.
Mm.
I'm gonna head up that tree.
And also
actually look out.
trying to stay away from steak.
I mean, even if you
Oh.
didn't know
I
anything
turned to him.
about
I
it,
go,
that's not surprising.
that's a good idea. A high meat diet is not normally very good for you.
So it sounds like what he's actually doing is trying to escape the party because he's staying away from all of us.
Not me. We're buddies.
No,
aren't
no,
we,
yeah.
Siegfried?
He's
no,
with
Flo's
Grandma.
great. She
Yeah, man.
she's known to be really nice to all the woodland critters and lovely flowers and things.
Yeah,
Siegfried
man.
likes that.
Chill.
I will point out that Siegfried is not a woodland creature or flower.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean I'm gonna hate him. Doesn't
I kind of just
necessarily.
I kind of say snidely, yeah. She really he must really be calm under her wolfish grin.
You asshole!
But I say it in like good,
You,
say it in good faith.
yeah.
Kind of good.
Wolfish, pearly whites, tin. And I climbed the tree. I'm done. I'm up.
Can't even anymore.
No, it doesn't. No. Siegfried doesn't like steak because he thinks steak is a cannibal.
Well, that's preposterous. Preposterous.
On that note, I will
feel like you
attempt to
should stop
examine.
speaking your mind so much and just sit.
I will attempt to examine Steak's hands again.
Go for a roll of perception.
I feel like you were sitting next to him the entire time in the carriage. It's not like he was sitting on his hands the whole time.
It's like
There it is, perception. Okay, 20.
Oh, yeah, no, he's got all of his fingers.
Yeah, okay. That's alright then.
Good job.
Why would you think he didn't
For
have...
the sake of the audience, we all received rumors at the start of the game. The rumor I received about Steak's character was that he had eaten one of his fingers, just for funsies.
Just to see what it tasted like.
So I've been trying to look at his hands to work out if he's got his fingers, because that sounds real dumb, and I don't want to just believe random shit. So I would like to verify, and having fingers is a verifiable thing. You can just look at someone's hands.
Yeah, that was like the easiest rumor to debunk. Yeah. Anyways, what can I see from up in the tree? I'm trying to see if there's any like goblins trying to hunt us or like.
Oh, it's pretty safe a day's travel away from the city capital. The guard sort of patrols the that far out, so there's not many ruffians. But any further out, there's potentially bandits and monsters and goblins, wild animals, the dangerous kind, not the fluffy, cuddly ones.
Not the woodland creatures.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm just going to tie myself up in the tree and that's where I will sleep for the night.
Okay.
Not because I hate you guys, but because, like, I might hate you
Just
guys.
get as close as you can to nature.
Yeah.
Do I need to
like
be-
being in trees.
Do I need to be in a specific pose for my meditation?
No, that's up to you.
Cool. I'm gonna just sit on the carriage, like driver's seat, and just holding the reins and fall
Okay.
asleep.
Um,
Sleep.
When we go to sleep, I will ensure that the boy and the servant are put back inside the carriage
Yes.
and lock the door again.
They'll go willingly because it is too far away from the city to, like, run back to.
Excellent.
And also too late at night and they're tired.
Excellent. That's also good. And then in the dying light of the fire, I'll continue my letter to my parents because I have to tell them how disappointing the sage was. I mean, he was not amazing.
But let them know that there's still hope because you go into swine whiskers.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Keeping them updated. Not that they're going to get the updates until I send the entire package of paper.
Oh, God. Okay, cool.
There's going to be like a novella by the time you can send it to them.
Yeah, like...
It's like you're literally
it as
writing a
well.
diary with the intent of sending it to your parents.
Yeah, basically.
That's one way to do it, you know?
There's not exactly many
saves
postal services out here.
Saves you money, you know? You don't have to spend each individual one.
Well, I would if there was enough postal services.
Right.
Okay. So, dawn arises. Siegfried hasn't run off. You guys can continue riding along, driving the carriage, or pack up camp first and then, get underway. And it's about midday when you find your first little hamlet away from the big city. It's really small. It's like a couple dozen people, mostly farmers. There's like a general store and an inn for travelers. But other than that, it's not very big or important.
But it's like
Right.
midday now?
Oh, yeah.
Do I recognize this town at all?
Probably not. It doesn't even
Okay,
have a
cool.
name because that's how small it is.
Do you have any disguises for the prince so he can at least like wander around today?
We shouldn't let him out because he might nick a horse and go home.
Yeah, we should probably just drive
lot of
on
effort.
through.
And there's also like what happens if he's silly and doesn't hide himself well.
Yeah, and then decides to be like, I'm the prince, I deserve everything. I'm
Yeah.
saying this in full earshot of Siegfried, I don't care.
Yeah. This is my issue. Like,
Yeah.
if he's not good at pretending to not be a prince, then we can't really do that.
Okay, I'll just run around, get some supplies for the rest.
Yeah, I'll stay
Yeah.
guarding
Steve?
the carriage.
Yeah, you
just
can
kind of
buy
sitting
some
there.
more, some better rations and like traveling food from the general store.
Easy. I'll take Maria with me.
Yeah.
We can have
Okay.
more time. Anyways.
She seems a little bit uncomfortable going shopping, almost as if she spent most of her time like in a palace, being given all the things to prepare food with. Doesn't really know how to handle money.
I'm like teaching her, being like, this one's really good if you're like a little bit constipated. Get this. I'm like teaching her a little thing.
She's
to,
got-
like, make sure you buy this in bulk because you'll be buying it all the goddamn time, okay? And like teaching her little things like that.
Lovely.
That one you described, it sounded like it'd be good for the prince. He does seem like someone who's full of shit.
Dan, I love you, man.
Very well done.
Alright, you head off then.
Alright, yep. So you're driving away. Another night on the road. The next morning, much the same. This day, though, you don't hit another city. I would like you to turn over the mat at this time.
Here we go. Which way
So,
are you going?
yeah, go down.
The long way.
There we go.
Okay. So,
Oh, this is interesting.
yeah. So this is the road. Your carriage is drawn by 4 horses, and it approaches a tree that has fallen across the road.
Ooh. Maybe I could persuade the tree to move.
The brown, you can see
Sorry,
that's
wrong
obviously
hand.
the road. The green circles,
Supposed to use that.
that's the
Yeah, 'cause
foliage
I'm
trees.
Okay.
And as you stop the carriage, a man jumps up from behind the log, and he shouts, "Stand and deliver! You are surrounded!"
I look around.
By who?
And around in the trees, you can see lots of movement where all those purple circles
All
are.
these little guys everywhere.
You can see
Dang.
lots of movement in the tree line.
Can I make just a perception check to see if they're like real
Sure.
people that are
Go for it.
surrounding us? I rolled a natural 1. Definitely
Yeah.
people.
Okay. I will instead sigh heavily and climb off the cart and walk over to him and be like, "Sorry, man, we got robbed earlier today. We've literally just got the cart. Like, if you let us keep the cart, we can we'll come back this way. You could try to rob us again. But
Let's
like,
get
if
a
you take the
deception
cart,
check.
then we can't get any more stuff. So." Not very good.
Perception.
12?
Sorry, he does not believe you, and he pulls out 2 knives, and he says, I have not got a name for him yet. He says, "My name is Rishar, and I'm the bandit king in these parts. You will hand over your goods or be slaughtered."
I
And
turn to
there's
him.
much more rustling in the trees.
I turn to him and say, "If I give you 100 gold, will you go away?"
No?
What do you want?
All your everything.
All out everything?
Yeah, the carriage, your clothes, your weapons, your
My
money.
sword in your
everything.
throat.
Bring it.
What? Steak would like to say something to the bandit leader, please.
Okay. go
Is
for it.
what Stake's going to say to the bandit leader that you are going to ask him a question?
Would you like to ask the bandit leader a question?
Yes, I try
Okay.
to roll first, and then.
If you're going to go into combat, then yes, we'll roll initiative.
Oh no! I wanna roll intimidation first.
Oh, okay, go for it.
Actually, yeah.
Go for it.
What are you saying? That's a D12.
That's a
No,
Yeah,
D12.
roll
Yeah.
d20.
You want...
You want the-
bear with Steak as he finds his.
Where is your D20?
My D20 might have fallen on the floor.
Did I
Oh,
take...
it's over there. It's
Oh,
over
it's
there.
all the way
Oops.
Oh dear.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
See, this is how you know it's live.
Yeah.
Like,
Can we just put a cut
Okay.
there, Mitchell? Thanks.
I got
So-
a 17.
So dice roll plus, I'm going to let you use your strength modifier, and if you're
Oh.
trained in it,
That's
proficiency.
20 plus. That's 22.
Mhm.
Wait, so 5 plus
So
2,
5
7?
plus 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
22.
So what are you going to say?
Steak has been around a long time.
Mhm.
He has plowed many farms. He has killed many men. He sees this little man on this log and says, "You do not stand a chance for the might of my giant rock on stick."
I will give you the bardic inspiration as well, so you can make that 22 a ridiculous.
Do
So I'm going to be like strumming.
you not see
Dun.
all of my men? All my
Your men are but
His-
tiny
his-
seeds
his-
in my
his
farm
voice
of
cracks.
death.
He says, All them archers, lots of archers surrounding you.
Uh-huh.
Can you see these bones? You see these bones? They are mere specks compared to the dust that you will become if you do not leave.
Light
us.
them up, boys, and several arrows hit
Oh,
the wheelhouse, if ineffectively. Roll initiative.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Too bad, so sad. You died today.
20.
5.
I got 20 as well.
21.
Your dex is bigger than mine.
Oh,
Steven.
I got 22.
Tori, can you pass the pen, please?
Oh,
You got plenty.
Oh no, both of us have the same
and-
dex, so you have to roll up. Ready?
17.
12.
So you two are going at
Steak and...
What did you guys roll as the first part of your
22.
initiative?
Oh, you rolled a 22. I rolled a 20. But, yeah.
Okay.
So steak.
steak, then me, then.
Yep.
And I rolled a 5.
Oh boy. Nice job.
I'm doing the
okay.
good stuff.
Okay,
Days.
Steak, I'm gonna have you line up with the the back bar, and there is good. Maybe square forwards if you wanted to, but yeah, and
Oh yeah, I jumped off the side of the carriage
Yeah.
as well. So.
now you can act.
Alright.
So yeah,
What are
you
you gonna
can
do?
move and fight. The log is going to take 5 feet of movement to get up onto the. So from here to here is going to take 10 feet of movement.
Okay. Is it just this one silly puny man?
That you can see.
There's lots of people in the tree line.
Okay. All right. Well, I have 30 foot, so
Yeah.
I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Right.
Can he
I
run?
go?
You can instead of taking an action to attack, you can use your action to move again, so you get another 30 feet of movement.
Okay, so I can get right up on the log.
Yeah, right in his face, but
Yeah.
you won't be able to do anything
Yeah.
else in your turn.
You are a lot taller than him, also.
Yeah.
Just these miniatures are in scale with one another,
Yeah.
so you're like a good foot or so taller than
At
he
least
is.
1 foot taller than him. Probably a little bit more because he's a short human. In my head. Next up is Moggy.
I'm gonna knock a crossbow bolt,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna shoot it at him
Mm-hmm.
with all the force of a crossbow.
Roll me an attack.
That's not a very good attack. I can count 11.
Okay. We're finding. There's a giant things. I should have marked this. I should have grabbed this a second ago.
Dungeons and Dragons!
Lots of
67.
reading up
I've
real
I've
books.
not seen one
if you
dungeon
was
or
that?
dragon.
11.
11 does not hit.
Didn't think so. He's probably in leather or something.
Mhm.
He's a bandit.
And then next up, we have several archers actually appear.
I will give
actual
someone,
people?
You've got Bardic
Do you want me to
Inspiration
pop them
already,
down?
so
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
give you one.
Yeah, can you pop it on that closest purple circle, and this one on that tree somewhere.
There?
Yep.
Lily! Love these minis, they're so cute.
And they are going to make some attacks at Steak.
Oh, stay.
What is your armor class, Steak?
14.
14. These do not hit. Yeah, they just whiz past you. And then it is Flo's turn.
I'm just gonna cast Inflict Wounds
Okay.
on this guy.
Okay.
I was gonna do something else, but now I'm not, so let me just
He
find
might
it.
just be dead. No, he's not dead.
I think he has to make a wisdom save or save of some kind.
Sorry.
Give me a sec. It's 252.
Yep.
Inflict wounds. Oh, melee spell attack. Okay.
Oh, if it's a... Hang on.
You have to be.
If it's a touch spell attack, or is it a ranged spell?
Range spell.
Okay, cool. Then, yeah.
Oh wait. Oh, within a creature that you can reach. No,
Yeah.
don't worry. Then I'm going to do
Run up
the
to
thing
him.
I originally thought of, and
Okay.
I'm going to invoke the name of Enola. We're like,
Yep.
Enola, help me out. I'm going to move just like right here, and then within a 30-foot radius, so kind of like getting that guy, I'm going to get all the plants and animals to become friends with me. They have to make a wisdom save.
The plants and animals?
Yes.
Oh.
Can they do that?
I think that you just succeed on that.
Cool.
I'm just going to...
Yeah. Unless it's a creature with a stat block.
Yeah, they're not going to decide to not be your friend. You seem awesome.
They're all going to be my friends, and then I'm going to get them to, like, get some branches and brambles to, like, try and cover that guy. Just grapple him.
What's the spell that you're casting?
It's not a spell, it's a feature called Charm Animals and Plants.
Okay.
So, that is up to them if they want to try and help me, or if they're just going to be like, we like you, but we're not going to bother. Like,
no, that's probably going to work. That's in the cleric part.
Yeah, under nature domain.
Yeah.
Next page, it's just at the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why there's a wisdom save. Did you give this to me?
Yes, you have bardic inspiration.
Did you give that to me like on
Just
your last turn?
In my turn, yes. I gave you.
I'm so out of it, sorry.
You two both now have bardic inspirations.
Oh, sweet, thanks.
Okay, so you got a couple of squirrels, a possum, and the tree that he's in.
Cool, just to like try and hold him down and distract him for his next turn.
If the tree drops the branch, he'll fall on the ground. Maybe hurt himself.
However, the trees.
Okay, and then it is going to be the bandit captain's turn, and he's going to attack the big, awful monster in front of him.
Aww. Steak's not that bad.
What is your armor class, Steak?
I know he doesn't smell great.
14. Now this hits. As he hits you, he sings a long, he sings a brief melody, and it feels cold. So you take.
I'm gonna pretend I didn't.
You take 4 piercing damage and 3 cold damage.
I've got Stone's Endurance.
Yes.
Can I use that?
Yeah, if you want to prevent
shrug off injury.
4 and 3. So yeah, if you want to prevent all 7 damage of that, you can use your reaction to make that thing happen.
It's at the top.
I got a 7 plus Constitution, which is a 9.
Yep. So that all that damage is prevented.
Nice.
Yep.
Steak's unkillable.
Pretty much.
Don't say that, because he'll throw a dragon at us.
Rocks fall, everyone dies. Tim's turn.
All right. So.
Many targets to hit.
Yes. I know what I'll do. So, what's the difference between just getting off and jumping off?
You can jump off as that'll be free movement, but climbing down will be 5, and you're not very high off the ground, so
yeah, I'll just jump off. And then so jump off, and I'm just gonna cross to here. And just kind of quick as a flash, just
stab the guy in the tree.
Yeah, pretty much just stab the guy.
Yeah.
All quick. I don't want to say ninja, but close to.
Nailed it.
It's a 10.
That unfortunately misses his armor class.
I should have given you the bardic inspiration.
Yeah.
I'll give you one next time.
I've been rolling terribly today.
And that brings us to the top of the round. Steak, there's a man in front of you that stabbed you ineffectually.
I smashed them, little man.
Go for it.
So, D12?
You need to roll the D20 to attack?
Oh, I got a 10.
Roll the bardic inspiration.
No, yeah, 14.
Misses.
Oh
no!
Not high enough.
So they got an armor class of 15 or higher.
You think so?
That's rough.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's. I'm just gonna.
If you move away, you get an attack of opportunity, so it's
Yeah.
probably best that you stay there.
Yeah.
Unless you want to use your second wind to gain some hit points back from that hit that you...
Didn't take.
Yeah. Oh, no, you don't have second wind
yeah.
yet. Second level. Sorry. Moggy.
Yep. I'm gonna give bardic inspiration to my good buddy Tin.
As a bonus action. Nice.
I am then also going to maybe... So... Yeah. I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers on this fellow.
Okay.
He needs to make a wisdom save.
What is the DC for that wisdom save?
15, I believe.
That is not successful.
Excellent. So I'm going to roll some d6s worth of damages.
Mm-hmm.
And he is frightened of me and must run away. So that is 12 damage.
Damn.
Well, so what does Dissonant Whispers do? Like,
So what happens is I whisper in like horrible, diabolical words and things, but only he can hear it. So everyone else is like, oh, she's just moving her mouth. That's real weird. Like, what are you doing? Are you lip syncing a track that's not actually playing? And
what's lip syncing?
So he can hear it, and I'm telling him things like "kill yourself" and other like real awful things, and he's terrified. And I'm probably telling him like about Slender Man or something. I don't know. And then he's frightened.
Oh, no, he's not just frightened, he's terrified because he cries out and apologizes to people you can't see or just are not there. And as he takes a step to run away, he falls over dead.
Oh, you crushed his mind.
Brain oozing from his ears.
Yeah.
I told him a sad story, and he died.
Back in the good old days.
Okay, the archer in front of you is going to, 10, is going to pull out a scimitar after dropping their bow. What is your armor class?
Armor class is 16.
16 hits. And so that is 4 slashing damage on you.
4 slashing? Okay.
This guy is going to roll to no longer be incapacitated by your tree friend.
Thank you.
What is the wisdom save for that?
It would be my spell save, which is 14.
Yeah, that succeeds. But he didn't get to act on his turn. And then it is Flo's turn again.
I'm going to put my shield up because that was dumb that I didn't do that before. I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt on this guy just to help stake out, which is a melee spell attack.
That's a ranged spell attack for Guiding Bolt.
Sorry.
No.
Far out. That is 10 to hit.
Unfortunately, that misses.
Dang.
So
Right.
it's not hard to hit. So like the Guiding Bolt hits him as a person, and like he's surrounded by this aura of light, and then it just dissipates.
Damn it.
That would have helped
King.
out so much.
Yeah, it really would have. 15 hits you?
Yeah, just.
Cool. So this time he's going to sing. He's going to hit you with his offhand dagger, and he sings a different melody that feels warm to you, and that is 5 piercing damage and 3 fire damage.
Oh. So not just warm.
Yep. He's got a fire dagger and an ice dagger.
That's fun.
He's just like Dritz. I mean, not. Tin.
You don't mention that name at this table, so it's a bad word.
Yeah.
Bad word.
Alright.
Right.
Kick this fool's butt.
17.
Oh, that totally hits.
All right,
Roll
so
some damage with.
roll some damage. Can I use bardic? What can I use bardic inspiration?
That
Not on
is for
damage.
on
yeah.
damage. All right,
Just
I'll
on the
save
attack
it.
rolls and saves.
And,
and
yeah.
things.
I will save
Ability
it.
checks. It's really useful. You've got it for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So that is 9 damage.
9 damage is enough to very heavily wound this bandit. He's really not happy
So
about
basically, I charged him. He's countered, and then in the next move, I've just kind of like counted back and gone, slink.
it. And like, it's like it's right in his sternum.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
Ouch.
just-
Well done. Steak, there's a man in front of you.
There's a man.
He hurt you.
How annoying.
Mhm.
it's the same man from before, by the way. Just don't know if you know that.
Oh no. Oh. Wait, that's a 6. I got 11.
11 is not enough to hit this bandit king, Captain. Then it is Moggy's turn again.
Okay.
Moggy, you just killed a man.
There's 2 of you people. Who do I give the bardic inspiration?
The one that's doing the most hitting, probably.
Well, he
You probably get the
keeps
next.
failing.
Okay, should I give it to him because he keeps failing?
Yes.
Okay. Done. So Dissonant Whispers worked really, really well the
Yep.
first time. So I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna actually go this way. Because this guy hasn't taken damage yet, yeah?
No, he was incapacitated for a
Okay.
round.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Duck under the
Yeah. You can move.
Diagonal.
You're a medium or small creature.
medium.
Yeah, you can pass through that.
Okay. Standing between the horses doesn't seem the safest place, but you know.
Oh, they're draft horses. They're probably used to this shenanigans, so it's fine.
Actually, I'm one too many spaces for them.
Yeah.
Silly.
That's
No,
really
no,
bad.
I'm fine. Because
'Cause
that's
you're
where I was
diagonal,
standing.
yeah.
Yep. Okay. And I will Dissonant Whispers upon that fellow who has yet to take some damages.
Yeah.
And I will tell him that his mother is disappointed in him and wishes he'd never been born.
Okay.
So he needs to make a wisdom save.
I like how it's went from like squirrels annoying him. Nobody ever
roll
loved
some
you.
At least she said like something like, "I wish you'd never been born," instead of like, "I wish I'd gotten that abortion."
Oh God.
Like, that could have been worse.
So that's 10 damage, and he is afraid and
Yeah.
must run away from me.
On his turn, he cannot move. He's frightened, so he can't move any closer to you, and he has disadvantage.
He
on
actually, I
attacks.
think the spell wants him to run his full movement away from me immediately.
Dissonant Whispers.
As a cantrip?
It's not a cantrip, it's a first level spell.
Yeah, he's just casting it a lot because it's awesome.
Yeah, I have 3 first level spells, and this one's working real well, so
You only have 3. What's up, man?
per day.
Oh, it's 3 spell slots. Yeah.
So I've used 2.
No, you meant like prepared. You only had 3 spells. I was like, oh.
So he can immediately use its reaction. Available to move as far as its speed allows away from you. So yeah, he's going to move 30 feet away and just run away because he's gone.
His reaction?
Yeah. The furthest he can move is off the map, and he's on 1 hit point. He's going to run away crying for it.
That he's sorry to
Apologizing
his
to his
mother.
mother.
Yeah, and
Excellent.
go back to his farm.
Intended effect achieved.
It is the archer's turn. There is 1 archer with 1 scimitar in front of 10. Your armor class is...
16.
That is not a successful attack against your armor class. So he swipes feebly and you dodge away. Ha ha!
Or it just, I'm made of metal, so it just bounces off.
Oh yeah, right. You don't
Boink.
even dodge because you're not deck space. It just doesn't hurt you.
Nice.
And then it is Flo's turn.
Easy. I'm gonna like move around a little bit so I can get a better line of sight on this guy, and
Yep.
then I'm gonna cast. Use my crossbow.
Mm-hmm.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh dang it! Oh no, I used that inspiration poorly.
Mm-hmm.
10 to hit.
Goes wildly past him. Sorry.
Dang.
And then it is the Bandit King's turn. Oh, that is a disastrous miss. And he is going to move onto the other side of, not provoking attacks of opportunity because he's not left your threat range, which is 5 feet away from you, but enough to think he's doing smart things and not giving line of sight to you. But you can still attack through your friend because D&D is real easy. 10. There is a bandit in front of you.
There is.
He tried in vain to scratch your metal plating.
Yeah. So if I wanted to... It's going to sound a little hardcore. If I wanted to decapitate this guy and then throw his severed head at his boss, what would I need to do?
So you need to roll an attack first.
You need to kill him first.
Yeah, true.
You're a nice tin soldier.
I'm a good soldier, that whatever that entails. Like, these are bandits. They've attacked.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly not good people. They're fair game.
Yeah, that's going to work. Like, everything you decide is just going to happen.
Yeah, so I need to roll damage?
That was great.
Natural 20.
No, okay, you can roll damage. Damage is going to be rolled twice the number of dice than you normally would for this attack, but add your bonuses once.
Yeah, that's 15.
Yeah, no, he's dead. Describe how you murder this person.
So essentially, he hasn't. His sword didn't bounce off me last time. I did dodge it.
Okay.
And he's this kind of thing. So I've just kind of like, gone and turned and just kind of taken off his head, grabbed it, and I'm just gonna throw it at his boss.
It's gonna roll me improvised thrown weapon attack.
So what? That's just a D20 plus what?
Plus dex.
Yeah, you're a fighter, so you can add your bonuses to that because you're trained in improvised weaponry.
Sweet, sir.
Yeah, I'm letting him do this because I'm being real nice, but
and I'll roll bardic inspiration.
Yeah, no.
And then that's about a 10.
No, it's the head is going to land at the just in front of the tree, in front of him.
Does his boss notice?
Oh yeah, no, he definitely notices, and he's very terrified now. Tinson, it is now Steak's turn.
Oh, did I have my movement turn?
Oh, no, you can.
Yeah, I'm just gonna as he's watching me because he's seen the head. I'm just gonna start moving.
Yeah, okay, cool.
So Steak looks around at all his friends and is very. He gets a little bit self-conscious because he's missed twice in a row at somebody standing right in front of him. So much so that his tassels around his arms rip off, and he enters rage mode.
Yay!
Finally.
So
attack recklessly is my advice.
I think I get to roll for advantage on strength checks.
Yeah, but this isn't a strength check. This is just an attack roll.
Yeah.
Because you're second level, you can choose to attack recklessly.
But I think I have to do it on my first turn.
That's the first attack you would make.
On a turn.
On any turn.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be the first round of combat.
Sorry, yeah. So let's do that. I get advantage for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So it's
over there.
Wait, you roll again. Much better.
Okay, cool. So I attack.
Yep.
So now I
what
have
did you do? What was your...
That was 8. Oh, that was 13 or 23.
What was the number on the dice?
18.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, and then add your modifiers and that will hit.
Yeah.
So roll damage now.
I'm rolling a d12.
Yep.
So I got a 5 plus 7.
Yep. So
And
that's
I have
12, and then you add your... No, then because you're raging, you add your rage damage.
Which is 2.
2. So what was that altogether?
That's 14.
Excellent. That's a lot of damage. The first damage marked on the bandit captain.
Yay!
What, first damage?
Yeah.
How have you missed that?
Steak's embarrassed. Steak doesn't want to talk about it in front of his friends.
I never realized. Sorry.
Hey, Flo, you missed 2.
I know, but I only tried twice. God. Okay.
Marky, it's your turn. You are in between some horses.
Okay, I'm gonna scooch up because I feel like I should, and I'm gonna use my lost dissonant whispers on this chap. He needs to make a wisdom save.
Ooh, that is definitely not going to succeed. Roll some damage.
Yeah!
Woo-hoo! So much damage.
Ooh, what do I say to this guy?
I don't know, roll the damage and see how pointed it needs to be.
Okay.
As good as you think you are.
Ooh, pretty
That's
bad.
12 damage.
Okay.
And
Here's what you could do. Nothing but Arnold Schwarzenegger's like ice puns from Batman and Robin. Just nothing but Mr. Freeze ice
to
pun.
see you.
What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age!
That's really a line.
That is really a line.
Yep. So he's going to try and move backwards, but as he leaves, he's just going to take, first he's going to move one square this way, and as he moves that square, you get an attack of opportunity against him.
Roll that d20.
Roll an attack.
Roll an attack with a d20.
Yeah, attack with a d20.
Okay, yeah, cool. So that's 17.
Yeah, and all up?
If you want to add...
That's 12. So
Yeah, and
12
then add your
plus,
modifier. Okay, good.
plus
So that's...
You
5
can add
is 7.
the bardic inspiration if you want.
No, it's
I don't
a
think
hit.
it's
You
fine?
don't need
Okay.
to. Roll damage. This is not going to be a reckless attack, so you didn't get advantage on that. But you're still raging.
So I get 17. 10.
10 and then plus 7, plus your rage damage is 2.
2.
So
Okay.
so 19.
So 19, yeah.
Cool.
Oh, yeah.
He's dead.
No, he's not dead.
A lot of damage.
But he's just going to keep moving back this way.
Is he over the other side?
Yeah, he's going to drop down and move one further back. So you guys are going to have a little bit of difficulty hitting him, but he's not like in cover. He's just behind.
Hot cover?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was Moggy's turn and Flo's turn.
Alrighty. Seeing that these guys probably have it all covered, I'm gonna move my way to the back of carriage, just like dash action everything just to get back there. And make sure that these guys are like Siegfried and all that. Siegfried and Maria are still in there and alive.
So there's a little like window that they can like that's it's just like filigree and fancy, so you can't see in, but they can see out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is there like windows on both sides?
Yeah. There's on the 3 sides of the caravan.
Oh Lord, there's a high chance they've just seen me decapitate someone.
They're really happy that you are on their side because they didn't want to get robbed.
That's true.
Kidnapped because they would have been kidnapped and ransomed.
Aren't they kind of already kidnapped though?
No, because
Not by us, but
Double kidnap?
they're not being ransomed.
Oh, right.
you
Ben,
guys okay in there?
we're fine.
I take that as a yes. Okay.
All right.
It's my turn.
Yeah, Bandit Captain has got no ranged attack. So, is he still frightened of you, Moggy?
Don't? No.
Wait, it's probably just on this page that I'm looking at right now.
Yeah. It is called Dissonant Whispers. There we go.
I can't read that fast.
No, he's not permanently
cool.
afraid. He just runs away.
As a reaction. Okay.
Okay, cool. So he's going to move 5 foot again this way, and then all the way onto the front of the log.
Yep.
And then throw his daggers at Moggy.
Oh!
While singing a very strange tune, because it is 2 different melodies together.
Yeah.
Ah.
AC?
1 million. 14.
Both hit.
Oh no! That's alright. I got some cool daggers now.
Good job. Good job, man.
So that's 6 slashing damage together. On top of that, there is 2 cold and 2 fire damage.
So 10 damage.
Yep.
Ow.
I'm okay.
I'm sorry I ran to the other side of the...
That's okay.
It's alright.
Cleric, no MC scene.
And then it is Tim's turn.
Right. I'm going to roll.
Mm-hmm. What are you attacking with? Your
All right.
crossbow,
Yeah. Crossbow.
because you could move all the way up close to
I
him.
could?
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah. Okay.
But he's just like 5 foot elevated from you, so you can like swing his legs.
Yeah. I'll just kind of. I could also like use my whip
Yeah.
to to pull him across,
Mm-hmm.
but
Nah.
Nah.
Not this fun.
not as fun.
Mhm.
Let's see if I can manage to step up and through his ribcage.
Good luck.
Oh.
That is a 15,
That hits.
and then
Gives me
it's
speed. Roll some damage.
Roll some damage. That is 10.
Nice. He is very close to being dead. And it is Steak's turn.
Come
At
on.
last. Stakes time to. It's 1 minute of rage.
Yes,
There's
so
1
you're
minute.
still raged
Okay.
because this is going to be the second round that you're raging. So that's the 12th second that you've been raging,
Okay.
Mr. Barbarian.
So I moved right up to this man.
Yep.
He's surrounded now.
Yes.
I rolled a 12. I'm rolling for advantage, right?
No.
Oh, no, I've already hit, so it's got 12 plus 5.
Yes.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, it's 12 plus your strength modifier plus your proficiency with the weapon. So 12 plus 7 is enough to hit.
Yeah, cool.
Yep.
So now I'm rolling at
Roll some
strength.
damage.
Attack of 12.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got a 12.
Yep.
I rolled 12. And then I got a 7 on top of the 12.
Describe what happens when you kill this bandit captain.
So he looks at me in the eye, and I look at him, and he nods.
Accepting.
Yeah. The axe comes down square
Yeah.
on top of his noggin,
Mm-hmm.
and then goes right down to the
Just-
ribcage, pretty much eye level with Tin at this stage.
And Tim is shouting
It's just got
blood.
you've got a line of clean down the center of your face, and then it's just red.
Yeah,
On either side.
Tin's smiling face is covered in this this red muck, and then the bandit slowly splits apart and then
Yep.
falls over.
Falls over dead.
It's fantastic.
Maybe you
Congratulations.
shouldn't go in
Gross.
front of Siegfried at the moment.
Let's just pick up the head, decapitated head, throw it to him. Here you
He
go.
falls down
boy.
next to his friend, whose head lies next to him on the log.
Excellent.
Mhm.
They're actually lovers, those.
Aw.
Oh.
Totally.
So they died together. It's a side story.
Oh my God.
They went into this
Oh,
business
great.
together.
Okay,
Now they knew-
we've finished combat. Some of you are more injured than others because you still have weapons inside your bodies.
Yes, I will remove the daggers and be like, these are pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna loot them?
Yeah,
Loot
so,
them from my own body.
so
Yes.
there's,
Yeah.
there's 2 bandit
He gave
archers
them
and
to
1
me.
bandit captain that you can loot if you wish to.
Yeah, let's just loot the room.
Okay. Bandit captain is wearing studded leather armor.
Yep.
The regular bandits are just wearing regular leather. They have longbows each and a scimitar each. The bandit captain has got a regular scimitar, but the 2 daggers, they are magical.
Mhm.
They both do 1d4 damage, but they add an extra 1d4. One does fire damage, one does cold damage. You have to activate them, however. So these are very interesting daggers. Unlike a regular dagger, which is probably long and thin because they're piercing weapons, these are quite fat because on the side of them is enough space for 8 bars of musical inscription etched into the blade.
cool.
And if you can
So
read
these
sheet
are-
music,
Singing blades.
yes. If
I am
you
a
can-
bard.
Yes. Then you can very easily sing the activation phrase, like to
Ooh,
trigger them to
these
do the
are
extra
bard
damage.
weapons. He gifted me bard weapons.
Why are you so excited over there, Moggy? What's going on?
She's bleeding.
I walk over to you and I'm just gushing blood, and I'm like, these are bard weapons.
Uh-huh, good one, kid. And I cast Cure Wounds. That is... Ooh, that's good. That is
Mhm.
14 points back to you.
Excellent.
Full health.
Yeah, man.
Nice.
That's why you keep me around.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Can't hit anything, can heal ya. Anybody else need some healing? Or are you guys...
Oh,
That should be fine.
Mhm.
Just a little bit? Just a little bit of healing? Okay, I'll do Cure
Um,
Wounds again.
Okay.
Still good. 12 hit points back to you.
To me.
Yes.
Oh.
And then I am out of spells,
Yep.
so let's not get ambushed again, guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably not, because if you guys were going to have a look around
Yes.
to see why there weren't more archers in all the spaces you could see,
Strings?
yeah,
Yeah.
they were
clever.
bluffing.
Very
They
clever.
wanted to make it seem like they were more surrounded, but you guys were real keen to fight.
Yeah.
I offered him
Instead of actively calling on them on their bluff of...
I offered them 100 gold.
Yeah. They
Nah,
were offered money.
They were
want-
offered money.
They wanted the horses, because the horses are more valuable than money, really.
Very true.
Getting my horses.
But
Yeah,
then
they-
the prince
so they
would
can
have
get
to
around.
walk, and he wouldn't be very happy.
No, he wouldn't be
No,
able
because
to.
then we'd have to latch up the prince and use him to pull the cart.
Come on. Stop tapping you up.
Why is this so heavy? Oh, sorry, the handbrake's been on this whole time.
You're assuming he would willingly do it.
Yeah.
No, he wouldn't be willingly doing it. He'd be doing it because I would whisper dissonantly in his ear if he didn't.
No, he'd
And
be
he just
doing it
witnessed
because
it.
I have a whip. And where there's a whip, there's a way.
Oh no.
One of J.K. Rowling, J.R. Tolkien's more underrated songs.
It's the best.
Is there any way we
Okay.
can get around this?
Probably not. There's not enough space to get the draft horse and the carriages, the draft horses and the carriage around the tree. It's probably why
Okay,
they
so
fell
I
an
have an
entire
idea.
tree across the
I
road.
have,
Checks.
I have an idea. Okay.
You guys
So,
got 4 draft horses.
I'm gonna. How difficult would it be to reverse the carriage up to a safe distance?
Not that hard. The draft horses can go backwards.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Okay, so I.
But it's just slow because they're pushing by
Yeah.
walking backwards as opposed to pulling by walking forwards.
So yeah, essentially, I'm going to get on top and get them to back away.
Yep.
And then as I'm doing that, I said, I also suggest you follow the horse's lead.
And
And then
jump on top of the cart.
I will get you to roll a used
driving.
vehicle.
Yeah. That's 12.
Yeah, that's fine. It's just like
Yeah.
it takes about 10 minutes to get them as far back as you wanted them
And
to.
then while
they're
everybody is like standing back, so we're gonna put them all the way wherever,
Yeah.
Just
far
watching.
away from the tree.
Yeah.
Just watching.
I
Roll a
walk
30
up
feet damage. Pass me that.
to the tree,
Ask it
and
to
I'd
do.
get out my vial
I
of
mean,
alchemist fire, and I put it on the tree, and then I walk back as far away as I can get to the rest of the group because we're all at a safe distance.
Mhm.
And then I get out my crossbow and I shoot at the vial of alchemist fire.
Okay, I'm not going to get you to roll an attack or anything. It's
Oh,
just
fantastic.
because it's a stationary target and it's like a glowing orange bottle on top of a tree. And you successfully blow a dent in this tree and launch the 2 halves a little bit back. And
Is there enough
With-
to pass?
with a bit more effort, because with you and Stake, you could probably push them far enough to get the draft horses through.
Fantastic.
I will play a rousing tune while you do this.
Yeah.
Just
I'll help you out with moving stuff.
Takes me
Yeah.
back.
I'm pretty strong.
Moving trees.
Do
Am
we
I
all need a
rolling
check or
strength?
just?
No, that's fine. That
Okay.
that happens. That's
Oh,
awesome.
okay, right.
So that's a good use of alchemist
I
fire.
like pat the tree and I'm like, thanks for your sacrifice.
I was gonna use 2 vials. I was gonna use 2 vials, but I thought it's a handy thing to keep around. I may want to slip into a nobleman's drink sometime.
Flo just goes around patting out all the fires so we don't accidentally start a forest fire.
Yeah, that's
So,
wise.
alchemist fire, because alchemist fires are kind of like the grenades
Yeah.
of D&D. They're used. This page of the alchemist fire. Stickly adhesive fluid ignites when exposed to air. As an action, you can throw this flask up to 20 feet, shouting on impact to make a ranged attack bonus, and it does 1d4 fire damage at the start of each of its turns to a creature that it hits.
But why do you have some?
Because
It's
they're really
useful.
useful.
She bought it.
Really
Oh, you
useful.
bought it.
Oh.
It's like I could another idea is I could eventually somehow learn how to fly, get a backpack full of alchemist fire, and then just carpet bomb
Yeah,
whoever we need to get rid of.
I feel a little bit bad for Alchemist Fire because in the past it has done splash damage to every tile around the one that you hit, so it's really good at attacking things like swarms that you can't hit with slashing, piercing, or bludgeoning weapons. So I feel a little bit bad that it's been nerfed in this edition, so it just works because I like Alchemist Fire.
Yeah, fair.
It's a lot of fun, and you can get up to a lot of mischief with Alchemist Fire.
Oh god.
Case in point, that tree.
Yeah. Like
that poor innocent tree.
It was already dead.
So you guys can keep going, and when you stop for the night and let Siegfried and Maria out, they're going to thank you profusely for saving them from those terrible, dreadful bandits.
Well, there were so many of them, Siegfried, you have no idea.
I know, I could see in the trees there were lots.
Oh, so many. But Steak just flexed his muscles and they all ran.
Yeah, we couldn't see what was happening out the front of the caravan.
I should have recovered that severed head. Could have given to the...
So it's a little bit, maybe too gnarly for...
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know, like, Tin's, like, lawful good in a way, and then I'm, like, as a player, chaotic stupid. So it's like two conflicting urges here. Just kind of, like, bumping heads, trying to be good.
Okay, so I think we're going to wrap up after this combat.
Gotcha.
Some fun role play, some very silly things happening in the session. But you guys are all safe, well fed, and nobody's mad that you killed some horrible bandits because they understand that even worse things were going to happen to their physical forms.
Well, I think at this point, the important thing is that this time we knew they were bandits.
Yes.
Technically, at the time, we were openly attacking guards who were doing the wrong thing. Case in point, they were still guards. But still...
This is significantly less morally ambiguous.
Exactly.
And he said he was the bandit king.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like, if he's the bandit king, there's probably a bounty on him. Do we want to take his head?
I think I may have already blown it up.
I feel like he was pretty...
Well, I have his daggers.
Useless,
yeah.
so I don't think there's that much of a bounty. It's pretty useless.
You never know. You might get the local townspeople really grateful for having stopped them. You might find that there are worse things to fight. Never know. We'll find out next week when you guys get to the next town.
Yay.
And try and communicate this to everybody. But thank you, everybody, for watching C31 Plays Dungeons & Dragons. My name is GM Jared. This has been Ollie, Tori, Haley, and Hudson. Join us next week when the adventure continues. Like us, our Facebook page, C31 Plays Dungeons DnD, and also our Twitter for updates and memes.
Yes. And lots of gifts. I might be obsessed a little bit.
Yeah.
That's right.